Hey guys, I hope you're excited because this is episode 3 of testing 5 games on Yuzu Emulator, and we're going to test 5 more games in this episode. It's going to be fun, so prepare yourself for the awesomeness that you're about to witness. Alright, now we're going to test the first game, which is going to be a cool one. See you there. Alright, so as you can see from this intro screen, we're obviously testing Sonic Mania. Which, this game, because last school year, when I was a junior, our school computers were worse than the school computer I'm using now. The school computer I'm using now is a lot better, like a little bit better specs than the computer last year. Because the computers last year were crap. But yet again, this game ran over 100% speed on that computer, and it runs very, very not good on this computer. And I have a feeling it doesn't have anything to do with the computer. It has something to do with the fact that just the emulation of the game has gotten worse. I think like there's been additions to the development of the emulator that causes this game to run slower right now. Because as you can see, you can probably tell if you look closely. You don't really need to look that closely. But it's not running at full speed. That is for damn sure. And I also have the volume like of my desktop audio on OBS turned all the way down because I rewatched the first and second episodes of this series like a couple minutes ago before I started recording this, and the audio, like my voice audio, is messed up whenever there's a lot of like computer audio going on at the same time. I think it's a problem with OBS, and also because of the fact that I'm not using any kind of microphone right now. I'm literally just using the basic computer microphone with no like Apple headphones plugged in or anything. So it's like the bare minimum. So hopefully turning down the computer audio all the way will help with that. Alright, so it took its sweet ass time, but we're finally in the first stage, Green Hill Zone. And we're gonna go! We're gonna go fast, or should I say really slow. And also, since we're playing Sonic Mania right now, and also, by the way, you can see how fucking slow it's running. But right now we're playing Sonic Mania. So I think it's fair that we talk about the Sonic movie, which I saw on Valentine's Day. It was the first time I ever thought a movie about a character that I love was bad. This movie, like, I'm very easy to please when it comes to video game movies, comic book movies, pretty much any movie that I'm willing to see, I usually enjoy it a lot, no matter how bad the movie is. I'm literally, like, I love Batman and Robin, the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I love that movie, and it's literally considered one of the worst movies of all time, and I love it. That's how easy to please I am. The Sonic movie was a movie made for very small children. It also doesn't help that me and my girlfriend were like the only teenagers there. Like we were the only people. The only other people in the movie theater were parents with their small children. Like I could probably have guessed what the movie was gonna be, knowing that these parents were in the movie theater with all their very small children, and the movie was ass. It was complete and total ass. It's the best word. That's the best way to describe that movie. I don't like it. It was not. I thought it was going to prove everybody wrong by saying that the movie was going to be good and better than people thought it was going to be. But it wasn't. It was horrible. It was awful. The acting was bad. It felt like I was watching Alvin and the Chipmunks 5. I think there's 4 other Alvin and the Chipmunk movies, so I'm pretty sure this would be the 5th one. Like, legit, I thought the people behind the Transformer movies, which is Paramount, the people who made this Sonic movie, pretty sure they could have made it more edgy, more PG-13, like the movie should have been. It should have been very edgy. Like, if they ever... Oh my god, this game's fucking running out of crawl right now. But yet again, like, if they were ever gonna do a sequel of this movie with Shadow, they shouldn't even bother doing that, actually. Because they wouldn't be able to do it, because the movie is literally made for people who are 7 years old. It's a shitty movie, made for tiny children. It's about family. It's about making friends. It's literally cringy. Sonic farts, and it's disgusting, and I wanted to die watching that movie, especially when I watched the scene where Sonic basically shits himself. There's going to be so many fucking creepy memes from disgusting fan artists about Sonic farting. I know it. It's gonna be so gross. All the people who like making fan art of Sonic having sex with people, I don't know. It's gonna be gross. There's gonna be tons of farty Sonic fan fiction because of this movie. Someone is going to... It's so gross. They should not have added that. No one asked for Sonic to take a fucking shit in his pants. I'm pretty sure no one wanted that to happen. And every major Sonic fan in the history of Sonic fans, and probably including, like, Christian Whitehead and like all the people who did good Sonic games, including like whoever created Sonic, and all these people probably wanted to die watching Sonic fart. And having the cop, Wachowski or whatever the fuck his name is, say, you should probably check your fur on that one. I wanted to punch every person who worked on this movie in the face so badly. It's not a good movie. And also, don't even get me started on all the verbal advertisements that were in the movie. I felt like I was watching Super Bowl commercials throughout the entire movie. Zillow product placement. Like, literally, like, sorry if this clip is going along a little too long. We'll go on to the next game in just a second, I promise. But, basically, just to give you a slight example of what the kind of product placements that are in this movie. So, Wachowski, the cop, he gets a job to be a cop in San Francisco. And his girlfriend apparently was looking at, just normally looking at apartments online in San Francisco. And she points to her fucking computer and says, yeah, I was looking at Zillow.com for apartments for us. And it shows a big fat image of the computer perfectly placed for an advertisement with the website open to the homepage of Zillow.com. And she literally says, Zillow.com. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it happens multiple times with Olive Garden, Fitbit, everything. It's everything imaginable. There's an advertisement that is talked about very cringily in this movie. And I'm going to go to the next game now before I get really mad. See you there. Okay, so we're back with the next game. And I'm done talking about the Sonic movie. Because it makes me angry. And I'm glad I got all that yelling about the movie out of my chest. Or off my chest. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. So now we're playing Jamestown Plus, which is a really fun shmup that I've only ever played on this emulator. And it went in game the first day it came out. I was very excited. It's a shmup. It's got like a widescreen camera angle. But yet again, it's a vertical scrolling shmup. And it's fun. Unlike the Sonic movie, which is not fun. Actually, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Me and my girlfriend were kind of laughing our asses off the entire time the movie was playing in the theater because of how fucking dumb it was. He literally does the floss, whatever that one dance is, like, that was in the Shazam trailer. Like, the very specific dance where you, like, move your hands, like, in a motion, like, back and forth around your hips. Sonic does that, like, a million times. And there's even a part at the beginning where he's like, at the very beginning of the movie, he's being chased by Eggman. Wait, why is my ship invisible? Okay, I guess there is a problem with this game now. That wasn't a problem last time I played it. My ship and my bullets are invisible. So yeah, new problems introduced in a game that worked pretty darn good other than the audio. New problems in a fun game that I wish weren't problems. Yay. Great, the game is even less playable now. But either way, what was I saying? I was saying something very specific about the Sonic movie. Crap. Oh yeah, there's at the beginning, there's that very stereotypical part in like an action movie where he's like it starts off at the end of the movie and he's like, "You're probably wondering how I got here." And then he's like, "Well, hey, let's go way back to where it all started." And then it skips to when he lived in Sonic World and his mommy is a fucking giant owl who's like, "Sonic, no one should know who you are. Run away. Go to Earth. I'm gonna die." Oh, and also the best part of the movie is the echidnas, the adorable fucking caveman Knuckles that was like raiding Sonic's house and chasing after him at the beginning of the movie. Like literally, like Knuckles, like a bunch, like Knuckles, the echidna. There's a bunch of them, like a bunch of echidnas, and they look like Knuckles, except they have like all this tribal like armor on, and they chase after Sonic and his owl person or whatever. And they actually look super adorable because they're all like small and they're little echidnas. They look they look like Knuckles. Like you can tell that they look like 3D version, like CGI versions. Like they look like they were literally copy and paste Knuckles from the games into the movie, but then just put like a bunch of like tribal indie like caveman armor on them. Like they had like spears and stuff. Honestly, that was the best part of the movie. Other than the fact that Sonic's mommy is like an owl that like protects him. I mean, Baby Sonic honestly is not like Baby Sonic is like he's not really baby. He's like 4, and then he goes to Earth, and his owl mommy dies. All the echidnas probably kill the owl, and he gets on Earth. Oh, and there's a Mushroom Hill Zone. Mushroom Hill Zone is like referenced like multiple times. Oh, I know I said I was done talking about the Sonic movie, but whatever. I'm controlling an invisible ship, so I can talk about the Sonic movie. But like, and then most of the movie, like, there's like a 10 years later after and then he like turns out he finds a cave and he loves his life, except he's super lonely. And then he gets angry and lightning shoots out of his butt and it shoots a shockwave everywhere. It didn't actually shoot out of his butt, but according to him in the movie, he says that lightning shot out of his butt and that's why the shockwave happened. I don't know. I don't think it came out of his butt. I think you're a little bit wrong about that part, Sonic. But honestly, there's no point in testing this game right now because I'm literally just aimlessly pressing the shoot button and aimlessly pressing the arrow keys. So I'll see you guys all in the next game. Oh, and by the way, last time I tested this game, the ship was visible. There was nothing wrong with this game other than the audio that was broken. And it ran kind of slow, but I guess now it has another problem. So I'll see you guys all in the next game. Alright, we're testing Guilty Gear. And I have to pee really bad, because I just drank 2 Dr. Pepper bottles. I'm not going to go pee for at least another 10 minutes, hopefully. But the reason I'm testing this game right now, I decided to test this game last second, because I haven't tested this game in a while. So I don't know how it's going to run. It may run slower, it may run faster, I don't know. Because Sonic Mania sure does run a lot faster, but actually now I'm done talking about the Sonic movie. Because just watch it for yourself, have a good laugh, make fun of it a lot, because it deserves to be made fun of. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. But we're testing Guilty Gear. And, so yeah. There was one thing, oh yeah, there's a problem with Yuzu right now. Oh, and by the way, I think this is going to run a lot slower. Yep, it is definitely going to run slower than it used to. So basically, there's been a couple, like, I think it's like degression or something, like when, like, the emulation of a game gets worse. I don't know what that's called. But a lot of games have been, like, having a lot more problems than they used to. Like, Diablo 3 doesn't boot anymore and hasn't been booting for a while. Like I got it, like it booted perfectly fine. It went in game, it ran at okay speeds, but then all of a sudden for like the past 3 months, it just had like it soft locks at the launching screen for some fucking reason. I don't really understand why. And then all of a sudden there was all those. I talked about the error code problem in the last episode. Um, it, um, the error code problem that a lot of games were having. Not to mention, I just realized this game and a lot of other games, the left stick emulation is not fucking working. Um, and like I'm pressing the arrow keys that normally work on every other game that are mapped to the left stick, and I'm not moving at all. But when I use the controls for the D-pad, which are different buttons on my keyboard, it's working fine and I can move perfectly. In a lot of games, I just realized are doing that thing where the left stick isn't working, but the D-pad is working fine. And just a lot of games in general, like a lot of games that have control problems in this game, in this emulator, for me, have always had those control problems. Like Romancing Saga 3, A Robot Named Fight, Cadence of Hyrule, they have like a bunch of games, like a shit ton of games. Like it's super annoying. They have this problem where like just random keys will be randomly pressed at all times, and like I can't control. Like I'll try to press the A button, and it'll just keep like pausing and unpausing, and like it'll keep moving forward, and I can't use the buttons, and it basically just moves on its own, and the game has a fucking mind of its own. The Doom 1 and 2 ports have that problem. Aegis Defenders or Aegis Defenders or whatever has that problem. This one shmup called Space Blaze has that problem. It's just so fucking annoying, and I don't know if it's a problem with like my like drivers on my computer, like the X input or whatever, or if it has to do with the fact maybe there's like dust in my keyboard somewhere like underneath the keys. I don't know. I'm not gonna take my keys off and try to fix it. Or maybe it's just the fact that maybe it's a bug in the emulator. I don't know, because it works. All the controls work perfectly fine on most games, but then a lot of games that I really wish the controls worked on don't work. It's fucking annoying. And then also, like all the Sega Ages games, like used to go in game, but then just like this past week, like all the new builds, every single Sega Ages game doesn't boot anymore. And I don't think it's just the Sega Ages games. I think it's all the games developed by M2. Like the Darius Cosmic Collection doesn't boot anymore. The Castlevania and Contra Anniversary collections don't boot anymore. Collection of Mana does not boot anymore. It is so fucking annoying that all these problems are being introduced, and I don't know how to fix them. Like, honestly, probably should try the newest mainline build and see if it's having these problems, because I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know if my computer is just getting worse or what. I really don't know. We're probably just gonna beat this guy, and then we'll move on to the next game, because this is the last the first and second episodes of the series I recorded today, like within the past 2 hours, and this is the third episode. I'm cranking out 15 games right now. I'd already done 10 in the past 2 episodes, and now I'm doing 11 through 15 in this episode, and I'd like to hurry, because my parents are at a movie right now, and I don't know when they're gonna be home, because when they get home, I can't record videos anymore, because I gotta go do the trash, because tomorrow's trash day, and then I gotta go to sleep early tonight, because I have school tomorrow. We actually had a snow day on Thursday, and we didn't have school on Friday, because it was Valentine's Day. But whatever, I'm gonna go into the next game. Alright, so this game, Sengoku Canon, Sengoku Blade Episode 3. This is the sequel to Tengai and Samurai Aces. It's a Psycho shooter, and it's one of the very few Psycho shooters on the Switch that's not 32-bit, that doesn't have the 32-bit architecture, because like the only three that don't have the 32-bit architecture are this one, Gunbridge, and Zero Gunner 2, and also this one has the like broken text. But and also the Psycho Shooting Stars Alpha does not have it's not 32-bit either, but that one doesn't boot. So this game is like a 3D Sengoku Blade game, and I don't know, I didn't mean to use my bomb right then. And I don't know why I'm shooting. I don't know why I'm not shooting. There we go. But basically, let's talk about Ryujinx for a minute. Oh, and also, this game requires async to be off. Asynchronous GPU emulation has to be off for this game to work, because it crashes, like, right at the beginning if async isn't on. I mean, off. But basically, the Ryujinx, there's a custom build, like a hack build, being developed right now, and it's pretty in-depth, and it works really well for a lot of stuff. 32-bit architecture build of Ryujinx that lets 32-bit games go in game. Like the demo of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is semi-playable just because the fact that it doesn't run at full speed. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, the full version and the demo, both are fully playable. Um, Oh, and the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe demo is the only Mario Kart 8 version that works. The full version of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe crashes immediately. And then New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe goes in game. I think the demo is the only one that goes in game now. I don't know about the full version, but for me, Ryujinx has been getting a lot more reliable. Because before, a lot of fucking games were crashing before they even booted, but now I can go in game with all those games. Except the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe demo for me, it doesn't go in game because it crashes immediately after you boot it, and that really sucks because I wanted to emulate the demo because I have the ROM of the demo. Um, but then also one of the other games that works for everyone else that hasn't been working for me is Devil May Cry, which that one's supposed to go in game, but for me it crashes before it boots. And then also New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, the full version goes into the beginning loading screen, but then crashes after that. And then the demo version will go into the main loading screen, and then it will just take so long. Honestly, it's taken so long that I have just been giving up and exiting out of Ryujinx before it can finish loading because of the fact that it takes so long. Because Ryujinx in general has a lot of very, very slow loading times and booting times compared to Yuzu. Like, it takes forever. Like, forever. Like, it's almost makes me not want to use the emulator because of how long it takes. But, and then also Luigi's Mansion 3 has, like, just, like, a black screen. Like, and it's really annoying. Like, when you get in game, it's just a black screen and it bugs me. And then, Pokemon Sword and Shield and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, I've gotten them to go in game, but the shaders just take an agonizingly long time to load, like to compile, and it's the same thing with New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. I give up before the shaders even compile, and I think that's the problem with New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. I think it's the fact that the shaders take forever to compile. But then yet again, a lot of Captain Toad goes in game perfectly for me. Disgaea 4 Complete Plus goes in game. The Sega Ages games go in game, even though they don't really go in game for me on Yuzu anymore. Blaster Master Zero goes in game, but that's another one that has like a black screen once you get in game, which sucks. What else works on that? Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, like all the Shovel Knight games work fine. Sega Ages Virtual Racing works better than it did on Yuzu, even when it booted on Yuzu, because the graphics of Sega Ages Virtual Racing on Yuzu are just completely fucking broken, like just black everywhere. Like half the screen is just black broken graphics, and then half the screen is kind of good rendered graphics. It's really annoying. And then for some reason, Devil May Cry is able to go in game for like high-end PCs, but it crashes before it even boots for me. And then what else goes in game? What else? Oh yeah, a lot of 32-bit games also don't work though. Like all the Psycho shooters that are 32-bit haven't worked yet for me. Blaster Master Zero is a 32-bit game, and I guess it boots and it goes in game, but the screen is all black. What's it called? Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus R, which is a 32-bit game. It goes into the intro / menus, but it crashes like right after the title screen. The two of the only 32-bit games that I can think of at the time that I haven't tested are Cell Damage HD and Gunman Clive HD Collection. I have not tested those, but I'm excited to. So after a little, probably sometime in the future, hopefully soon, I will be doing with Ryujinx what I'm doing with Yuzu now, and doing like testing 5 games and Ryujinx. Except that one will be a lot more time consuming because I gotta wait for them to boot and go in game before I start each clip, like recording. So that's gonna be a little bit annoying. But we're gonna go on to the next game now, which I still haven't decided what it's gonna be. So I'll see you there. Alright, so this is the last game for this episode. We're testing Cadence of Hyrule, Crypt of the Necrodancer featuring The Legend of Zelda. And this game is one of those games that has a shit ton of control problems, like when it comes to like inputs. The character will like automatically move in one direction on its own. When you go into the menus, it just like really fast like cycles through all the selections and just keeps going. And it's really annoying, and I wish it didn't do that because I'd really like to emulate this game because it honestly runs at okay speeds, not full speed, but it runs okay, and the audio's fine, the graphics are fine. It's just the control issues are just bugging the fuck out of me all the time. They're tormenting me with all these really cool games that have this problem that I can't play that work perfectly fine for everybody else because I haven't seen anybody else. I haven't heard from anyone. I haven't found anyone who has this problem, and it bugs me to no end. And it also kind of takes a while to load up at the beginning. We're not going to play this game for very long. This is going to be like, I'm probably only going to play for like 2 or 3 minutes once we get in game because of just how crappy the controls are. But anyways, when it comes to doing this testing 5 games and Yuzu emulator, I don't want to just do it with Yuzu. Like, watch this. Bam! I'm not pressing the arrow key right now, and it just keeps fucking going. We're not going to press any other options so that it doesn't mess up. We're going to skip the latency calibration because it's too hard to do with these controls. But, I want to do this series. I want to continue it with a bunch of different other emulators. Like, when I get a better computer and after I graduate from high school, I will have a lot of time and a lot easier, like, I'll be able to do this a lot more, and I'll be able to really dedicate myself to the channel and really focus on growing the channel, evolving the channel, being better at commentary, and it's going to be a lot better, and I will get a lot more subscribers. I know it. It has to happen that way. Oh, I forgot that's a cutscene. I just know. Like, I'm not gonna say all the time. Like, it's gonna get better. But, like, for now, it's just gonna have to be this crappy school computer and a lot of crappy shit. But, eventually, people are they're not gonna have to worry about me not having a good computer. It's gonna be great. But I would like to do this series with emulators like Dolphin, Ryujinx, Xenia, or whatever, RPCS 3, Vita 3K. Like, honestly, I was thinking of doing a Vita 3K video today, doing this, because I have I think I have like 7 different Vita games installed into Vita 3K right now, and I have that emulator, like, downloaded onto my computer right now. But I think I'm gonna wait on that one because I only have like there's only a couple there's a very small amount of games go in game on Vita 3K. And then also you see how my character is like moving like that? Like that's not me doing that. It's moving on its own. Oh wait. Oh wait, never mind. I was about to say, are the graphics messed up? No, they're not. It's just the fact that the room is dark. See, we can't get through that. Like it just keeps wanting to move that way. Like I'm pressing the left arrow once to go that way, and then it just like, nope, I'm going the other way because I don't want to go that way because I'm a stubborn little bastard. See, like I can't even fucking go up the stairs because I keep moving the wrong way. And I can't. No, don't jump off. Oh yay. I got a torche. Torche. Let's go upwards. Upwards, my friend. And now I'm not even touching the arrow keys anymore, and I just keep on going that way. Burninate! Oh my god. I watched this one video. What? Hold on, let me try to think of the dragon's name. I always forget the dragon's name, but then I remember it eventually. Dragnor? Tagnor? Dragnor? Ragnar? Something like that. Ragnar. Dragdoor. Crap. Trogdor. There we go. Trogdor the Burninator. Look that up on YouTube. Trogdor the Burninator. It's a really crappy animation from like some Newgrounds type website. And it's really funny. Just look up Trogdor the Burninator on YouTube. And let the video do the talking for me. Trogdor the Burninator. Like, it starts off as like an animation skit, and then it turns into like an animated music video with a really crappily drawn dragon named Trogdor the Burninator. And it makes me laugh to no end. A friend from work showed me it, and we literally watched it on the clock. Like, while clocked in. Well, I don't care. I'm getting paid to watch YouTube videos at work. Just kidding. Probably should have clocked off to watch that video. But we don't care. I don't like that job anymore. I don't care. Alright. Monster stuff. Gotta fight the dragon. Fight Trogdor the Burninator. You ain't Trogdor. Alright. So I'm probably gonna end this clip now. Okay, guys. I just want to thank you for sticking with this video. Hopefully you watched the whole thing. It would make me feel a lot better, but I can totally understand if you just skipped through to see how the games run and see which games I tested in general. That's fine. That's what I do when I watch videos like this. Except for BSOD Gaming. I watch his videos from start to finish. But anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button. Like I always say this at the end. Just like smash it. Like literally, I'm not joking. Punch your computer in the face where the like button is in that general area, and just punch it really hard, really fast, a bunch of times. Like, and then yell while you're doing it. Yell like something like United States of Smash or something. Because like I love My Hero Academia. That's what I named my channel off of. Like Smash. I got it from My Hero Academia. Because I watched that show religiously. Like, I've seen the first 3 seasons a bunch of times. I'm all caught up on season 4 so far. I love it. But anyway, guys, remember to smash that like button. Subscribe if you want to. Unsubscribe, I guess, if you want to. I don't know. Dislike the video if you want to. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Click the bell for notifications. That'd be cool. I want people to be in my notification squad. I mean, why not? So, whatever, I'm droning on. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Farewell!